Kids treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Pioneer fans, Pioneer men's varsity hockey is live and on the air. Live at the Ann Arbor Ice Cube, where it is your Pioneer men varsity hockey team taking on the Saline Hornets. As the game just before this was this is an annual matchup for Thanksgiving. The game before that here on Father Gabriel Richard, they've played several times the day before Thanksgiving as well. Father Gabriel Richard won that one 5-2. Coming into this game, Pioneer is 3-0, having beaten Riverview Cabrini 4-3 in the first game back on the 16th, and on the 18th. That was the 15th. 16th was Divine Child. That was a 5-2 win. Then taking a look back on the 20th, Pioneer played Riverview Cabrini again and beat them, this time 8-3. Let's take a look and talk a little bit about that last game. Started off in the first at 15:37 as it was a Riverview goal by Horan. And Pioneer tied it up just a little over 4 minutes later, 4 minutes and 10 seconds at 11:27. It was a power play goal by Sanborn to get it tied at 1 apiece. Then at 9:29, it was Armstrong with the power play goal to make it 2-1 Pioneer. And they had the lead and never looked back. Then at 1:15, it was Commutin with his sixth goal of the season already. Commutin has done a fantastic job. So it was 1-3 at the end of the first. In the second, it was Sutton with a goal at 15:06 that made it 4-1. Then Riverview struck back at 9:45 as Zutch scored a goal, making that at that point in time 4-2. Then at 4:04, Pioneers scored as it was a goal by Nolan Miller, assisted by Yang, and that's where it ended at the end of 2, was Pioneer 5 and Riverview 2. Pioneer scored at 10:01 in the third. That was Garcia with the goal that made it Pioneer 6 River season. Taking a look at a few of these statistics, I had to manually add some of these up because the last game wasn't in there. Commutin with Max Commutin, who has the lead in points. He has 6 goals and 1 assist for 7 points. A couple of people have 3 points. Here, 3 assists for Max Friedman for 3 points. Sanborn has a goal and 2 assists for 3 points. Yang has 3 goals for 3 points. Garcia has 2 goals and assists for 3 points. Sutton has 1 goal and 2 assists for 3 points. With 2 points, it's 2 people. Armstrong has 2 goals for 2 points, and Peterson has a goal and an assist for 2 points. It has been predominantly Houston between the pipes, and I don't know if I trust the save percentage and everything, but he has 3 wins, and save percentage through 2 games was .904. So let's take a moment and just play a little bit of the MHSAA.
Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Both teams are out. Pioneers in their black jerseys with the purple shoulders, the numbers in purple on the back. Pioneer in block lettering across the front. Looks like Pioneers actually going from right to left here, as they're normally going from the left-hand side to the right-hand side in the first period. So it looks like we are kind of set up on the wrong side here, but that's okay. It's hard when both teams have their home rinks here. As we were talking about, Houston has a very good .904 save percentage. Taking a look at Saline, they have only played one game. That was back on November 17th. That was at Plymouth, over at the Plymouth Cultural Center. I feel like we've maybe only done one game ever there. It was a 2-1 win, as Plymouth scored first, then Saline was able to tie it up, and then Plymouth ended up taking the lead and holding on to it. So tight game between those two teams. Hard to tell how good all of these teams are. If you looked at PD's picks, he has Saline winning this game, but all of us Pioneer fans hoping Pioneer has a really good showing and can pull off the upset. Let's talk a little bit about that Plymouth-Saline game. It started off, both teams had a goal in the first, and then one goal for Plymouth in the second, no scoring in the third. As Saline was 1 for 4 on the power play, Plymouth was 1 for 4 on the power play, both with a single power play goal. Taking a look at the scores in the game it was Arbor who scored for Saline. The assists were to Winters and Jace Woodrow. And then on the other side, the goals were to LeClaire as well as Timberlake. And the assists were to Darty, Warzacha, as well as Chadwick. So there's your 2 goals and 3 assists. Schroeder played between the pipes for Saline. We expect to see him in this game as well. He's wearing the C captain on the sweater, so obviously a big part of this Saline team. He faced 41 shots on goal, saved 39 of them in the loss. On the other side, it was Bright, who faced 12 shots on goal and saved 11 of them. So a lot more shots on goal by the Plymouth team, but Saline able to make it a 1-goal game. As both squads getting warmed up, the last game went kind of ended not that long ago, so we're a little late. We got the ice at 7:30 as opposed to puck drop at 7:30, but that is just kind of the way that goes. Let's talk a little bit about, we want to thank all the wonderful sponsors. If you come on down to the Pioneer home games, you can pick up this fantastic program that has all sorts of really wonderful information in it, taking a look at different champions and all the brothers that played, and goal leaders and points leaders, and it is everyone who got the different awards. So it is a very, very good program. Talks about each of the seniors as well as the coaching staff. But we want to thank all the wonderful, amazing sponsors who have their names in this program and who help support the Pioneer hockey team. And that includes Align Chiropractic Center, Alpha Coney, Ann Arbor Door Systems, the Ann Arbor Ice Cube, Ann Arbor Running Company, Big George's Home Appliance Mart, Carlisle Grill, DW Skate Shop, Edwards and Schaefer Orthodontics, Franklin Templeton, John A. Papalis and Company, Kindling Creative, Liberty Athletic Club, Liberty Dental, Dr. Kristen Johnson, DDS, Midwest Graphics and Awards, Paint Nail Bar, Ron's Garage, Stadium Hardware, Standard Printing, Terry Lloyd and Company Real Estate Agent Angie Smith, VentCon, Washtenaw Dairy, and Washtenaw Promise co-founder Bob Ufer. So we're going to play a few messages from the MHSAA. You are watching. It is Pioneer versus Saline. Pioneer should be the home team on this one, despite the fact that they're wearing the darker jerseys, Saline in the lighter jerseys. It's a big rivalry, and Saline has had Pioneer's number, I believe, the last 4 times they've played. So Pioneer looking to get a big win, keep it competitive, and hopefully get a big win versus this Saline team. Great crowds coming in, lots and lots of folks packed in. This is always a very well-attended game. Everyone cheering on alumni in town for Thanksgiving with the folks. And we have a big crowd in here. It's fantastic to see. Love all the support of high school hockey. It is a fantastic sport. So thank you, and I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday and a great Thanksgiving. This is wonderful to get to see everyone here before the holiday, but most importantly, I hope you have a fantastic holiday with your family. Let's play a few messages from the MHSAA, then we'll come back with your starting lineups, the national anthem, and the opening tip. You're watching Pioneer Men's Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sport skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The teams are warmed up, and we are getting ready as they're both gathered around their goalies. Again, I don't think we're going to get an ice resurfacing between the warm-ups and the starting lineups. It looks like Pioneer just getting all the pucks taken care of. Again, Saline is in their white jerseys with the Saline script on the front. They have dark blue sleeves, dark blue shorts, and the white socks. Pioneer is in their darker black jerseys. Now for the starting lineups. Rumor starting. He also has the C on his sweater. Jace Woodroll skates out to the blue line. Giacalone starting for Saline. Winters skates out to the blue line. Church starting for Saline. Schroeder getting this starting on. Now for Pioneer. Yang starting for Pioneer. Armstrong starting for Pioneer. Nolan Miller skates out to the blue line. Sanborn skates out to the blue line. Friedman, the other starting blue liner. Houston, the starting goalkeeper for Pioneer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the playing of the national anthem. As it is a Thanksgiving tradition, Pioneer and Saline squaring off here at the Ann Arbor Ice Cube. We hope you and your family are getting together tomorrow and having a fantastic Thanksgiving. I always love to have this game. Let's Really makes it feel like the holidays, starting off with this nice, wonderful rivalry here. And the prognosticators have selected Saline to triumph in this game. Pioneer will see what they can do about that. Pioneer going from right to left here in this opening period. Rumor in to take the face-off. On the other side is Nolan Miller. The puck comes back. Grabbed, sent back into the blue line. Friedman trying to knock it away. Giacalone puts it into the far corner. Friedman sends it right back behind his goal into the near corner. Trying to bring it ahead, the near boards. Pioneer trying to dig it out of the zone. That comes back. Sanborn into the near corner. Sanborn trying to get it over to Armstrong. Armstrong brings it down the boards. Pioneer gets it over their own blue line. Here comes Sanborn. Sanborn over center, gains the zone. Sanborn outside the far circle. Sanborn with a shot that comes all the way back to the near point. Held in. Nolan Miller with a shot that deflected back to the blue line. Here comes Giacalone. Giacalone through center. Giacalone fires it all the way back down behind the Pioneer goal. Sanborn picks it up there. 16-17 left to go. Battle for it back behind. Giacalone trying to get to it and covered up by Houston. 16-11 left to go here in the first. Pioneer versus Saline. No score so far, 0-0 face-off. It'll be in the near face-off circle. At to Houston's left. Mateo DiPaolo in to take the face-off. Sean Stone on the other side. The puck back in along the end boards. Is trying to pull it away. Kresge comes back to the blue line. Kelly with a shot there. That into the near corner. Picked up into the near corner is Thornell. Thornell puts it back behind into the far corner. Saline controls as Mateo DiPaolo has that pulled away. Coming down, that fired deep by Sean Stone. And it's stopped and put into the near corner by Schroeder. Picked up by Kelly back behind. He takes a big hit. The puck in along the end boards. Brendan Stone trying to grab that. Now the puck in along the far board. Sean Stone battling top of the far circle. That brought ahead by Mateo DiPaolo. The puck right at the blue line, sent back deep. Pioneer touches up. The puck in the far corner. Kelly brings it along the near board, sends it ahead. Here comes Jacobs. Jacobs gains the zone, top of the near circle. Jacobs with a wide angle shot. Houston with the save. Rez has it back behind outside the far circle. That's sent right back into the near corner. In along the near boards. Is trying to fire that away. It's Commutin now coming down the near boards. Sutton trying to get to it. Church comes the other direction for Saline. Church gains the zone. Top of the far circle. There's a big hit. The puck comes back out into the neutral zone. Fired back, steered into the far corner. Taken in along the near boards. Trying to fire it ahead to Sutton. That comes out into the neutral zone. Racing ahead with it. Here comes stopping. Commutin has it, top of the near circle, fires it over to the far circle. That goes up into the netting. That'll be a stoppage in play. 14:40 left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Commutin in to take the face-off. And it's going to be versus Rumor. As they get everyone set, that puck loose in the far circle, trying to grab it in the far corner. Commutin pulling it away, now into the near corner. Rumor fires it in along the near boards. Picked up in the neutral zone. Sutton comes down the far boards, trying to avoid pressure by Jace Woodrow. Goes into the far corner. Gathered up there. Rumor has it in along the near boards. Firing it back into the neutral zone. Sanborn back to get it right at his own blue line. Coming up the far boards. Here comes Pioneer. Racing ahead with it is Edwards, and tip back into the zone. Edwards outside the far circle, trying to pull that away. Winters had it. Now Rumor in the near corner, fires it around. Sanborn holds it in at the near point. That goes into the far corner. Picked up there. Rumor gets it into the neutral zone. Pioneer retreats back to their own blue line. Sanborn fires it ahead. Intercepted. Now here comes Commutin. Getting past Commutin. Shot. Oh, that just goes wide to the near side. Picked up outside the near circle. Yang puts it into the near corner. Battle there. Trying to pull that away. The puck comes back into the neutral zone. Fired all the way down. Sanborn has it at his own blue line. Sanborn feeds it ahead. That will be icing as Pioneer not quite able to get a stick on it. That will come back down into the Pioneer zone. 13:29 left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Mateo IDePaulo in to take the face-off. Holtz on the other side for Pioneer. That puck drops, tipped, trying to get it back to the far point. That gotten all the way down. Yang racing back to get it. Yang makes a move, sending it into the near corner. Armstrong has it underneath the near circle. Centering attempt knocked away by Saline. Back into the neutral zone. Rowe chases it back into his own zone. Rowe, top of the near circle. That pulled away. Jacobs back into the neutral zone it goes. In along the near boards. That's lifted deep. Good job by Holt as he chases it into the near corner, trying to get away from Landon Phelps. The puck into the far corner. Now swept back, loose on the far circle. That knocked away as Holt crashing into his player, now coming down the other direction. Werner has it. Werner, top of the near circle. That shot got blocked by a Pioneer player. Still loose outside the near circle. Werner with a shot stopped by Houston, and he'll cover it up. 12:38 left to go here in the first. Pioneer versus Saline the day before Thanksgiving. Face-off in the near face-off circle. That's to Houston's left. Johnny IDePaulo in to take the face-off. And bounces in along the near boards, trying to get to it is Thornell. All the way back into the Saline zone. Kelly has it, trying to knock it away is Peterson. Oh, it just went off of Brendan Stone's foot. That comes back loose on the near circle. Fired back in along the near boards of the neutral zone. Kresge gets it over to Friedman along the far boards of his own zone. That went off of linesman's skates, and that will be offsides. 12:15 left to go here in the first. Face-off comes outside of the Pioneer zone in the far face-off circle. Sean Stone in to take the face-off. Rumor on the other side. That puck back to center. Kelly comes down the near boards. Kelly gains his own. Kelly with a shot saved by Houston. Puck comes out to the near corner. Trying to pull that away. Jace Woodrow battling Kresge in the near corner. Pair of 22s there. Comes outside the near circle. Pioneer lifts it down the neutral zone. In a foot race, Peterson trying to get there. Kelly has it outside the near circle. They battle, trying to peel it off of the boards. Chase Woodrow puts it down the far boards, coming ahead with it. Here comes Giacalone. Giacalone, top of the far circle, through the slot. Good poke check to knock it away by Kresge. Underneath the far circle, centering attempt. That got knocked down by Pioneer. In a foot race, here comes Commutin with a breakaway and a shot and a save by Schroeder. Oh, what a good opportunity for Commutin. There's a shot from the blue line that just goes wide. Back there by Jof. The puck in along the near circle. Saline trying to bring it ahead as Church feeds it down the far boards, then trying to get it back. It banks into the near corner of the Pioneer zone. Church goes back behind the goal, underneath the far circle. Centering attempt. That got knocked away. There's a blast by Winter. That went off of a Saline player in the slot. Here comes Pioneer through the neutral zone, coming down the near boards. Commutin feeds it, top of the far circle. That deflects back into the neutral zone, and Pioneer has to touch up. 10:53 left to go here in the first. The puck back at the near point of the Pioneer zone, banking it off the far boards. Here comes Commutin. Commutin fires long shot. That comes outside the near circle. Church trying to feed it ahead. Intercepted as Rez gets it over along the far boards, brought ahead with it. Tipped by Nolan Miller. The puck outside the far circle. Winter has it. Now that pulled back the other direction. Here comes Blake Woodrow. Blake Woodrow gains his own, top of the near circle. Blake Woodrow into the near corner, takes it right back behind the Pioneer goal. Raz has it in the far corner as there's a big collision back behind the goal. Here comes Yang. Yang bringing it ahead, feeds it to Armstrong. Oh, and the puck stopped right at the blue line. Wouldn't settle down on Armstrong's stick, and that causes an offsides. 10:10 left to go here in the first. 2 shots by Pioneer, 4 by Saline up on the big board. And we'll come outside of the Pioneer zone, or outside the Saline zone, excuse me, as they'll put it in the near face-off circle outside the Saline zone. Nolan Miller in to take the face-off. Johnny DePaulo on the other side. Armstrong to Nolan Miller's left. That puck, grab back, Sanborn trying to fire it deep. That intercepted, pulled down and fired deep by Thornell into the Pioneer zone, but that will be icing as it was fired from the wrong side of center ice. Puck comes back into Saline and scoreless so far here in the first. 10:02 left to go. Again, a fantastic crowd here. Lots of fans from both teams. Nolan Miller in to take the face-off. Johnny DePaulo on the far face-off. Circle comes into the far corner. Thornell gets it to Kelly back behind his own goal. Trying to send it around. Ethan Phelps outside the near circle. That heads all the way back into the Pioneer zone. Edwards trying to make it go wide. He has a heavy check on Johnny DePaulo. The puck comes back into the neutral zone. Here comes Yang down the far boards. Yang gains the zone. Yang into the far corner. Back behind the goal. Yang underneath the near circle of the Saline zone. Yang with a shot. Sticked into the near corner by Schroeder. There's a shot that went off the side of the net, trying to fire it ahead, was Armstrong into the near corner. Armstrong trying to battle a pair of Saline players that fired out in front, but tipped away as Armstrong had his stick lifted. Puck comes back to the near point, slips past, now in a foot race coming back. Here comes Ethan Phelps with a shot and a good save by Houston. Tipped in along the end boards by Yang, picking it up. Edwards trying to grab it. The puck loose, fired out in front, but taken away by Nolan Miller. There's a blast from the far point, comes back into the near corner. Pioneer gathers it up and along the near boards, gets it back into the neutral zone. Heavy collision back in the Pioneer end. Saline has it, is bringing it ahead is Church. Church fires it. Brought in by Giacalone. He ends up on the ice, pulled the other direction by Pioneer through the neutral zone. Coming in is Peterson. Peterson, top of the far circle. Peterson stops there, loses an edge, puts it into the far corner, grabbed by Rumor. He fires it, but held in. Great job by Brendan Stone. Brendan Stone puts it into the far corner, trying to pull it away over to Peterson. The puck battling in along the end board. Saline has it in the near corner. Bringing it at is Thornell. Thornell into the neutral zone. Rowe trying to hold it in. That slips past. Sean Stone rockets it the other direction. 8:13 left to go. Thornell puts it in along the far boards to Kelly. Kelly fires it all the way down the ice. They're going to say it was tipped. It goes right back behind the Pioneer goal. Picked up by Finn Miller. Finn Miller ahead. There goes Brendan Stone trying to get it out of the zone. Now down the near boards. Here comes Pioneer right at center ice. Peterson moves it over. Coming in as trying to get to that was Kresge. The puck back all the way deep into the Pioneer zone. Hudson banks it off the near boards. Back into the neutral zone. Thornell trying to get it in. That poked away. Good job by Pioneers defense. Now brought in by Blake Woodrow. Blake Woodrow fires it right into the slot. Good job to knock that away by Finn Miller. The puck right out in front of the Pioneer bench. Now coming in. There's a shot by Blake Woodrow and a save by Houston. 7:23 left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far at the Ann Arbor Ice Cube. Pioneer and Saline squaring off for the first time this season. Face-off is going to be to Houston's right in the far face-off circle. Commute in to take the face-off versus Mateo DePaulo. That puck, top of the far circle, controlled by Saline as Blake Woodrow puts it into the far corner. Back to Warner. That shot got deflected into the far corner. Friedman trying to pull it away. Now Blake Woodrow into the near corner. Kresge pulls that away. Now Commute trying to move it ahead. And fired all the way back into the neutral zone. Grab, trying to rifle it the other direction is Warner. That puck loose in the neutral zone. Here comes Mateo DePaulo with a shot that deflects up into the netting. 6:54 left to go here in the first. Five shots on goal for Pioneer, 6 for Saline. We are scoreless so far here. Puck back to the blue line, held in by Saline. Now comes in along the near boards. Armstrong has it. Armstrong over center ice. Armstrong fires it. And sticked into the near corner by Schroeder. Picked up there by Winter. Pioneer trying to steal it away. Rumor had it. Now that bounces off the near boards. There's a shot by Jove. Comes over to Yang outside the far circle. He puts it into the far corner. Back to the far point. There's a shot saved by Schroeder. into the near corner. Battle for it there as Armstrong trying to pull it away. Here comes Rumor. Rumor over his own blue line. Rumor back towards the Pioneer zone. That's stolen away by Jof. Jof heading the other direction. Jof takes a rising shot. That helped over the crossbar by Schroeder. Picked up back behind, bringing it ahead. Here comes Kelly. Kelly down the far boards of the neutral zone. He takes a hip check. That puck fired all the way down, and that will be icing and head back the other direction. 5:59 left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far. Faceoff will be in the Saline zone in the far faceoff circle. That to Schroeder's left. And we appreciate you joining us for this fantastic pre-Thanksgiving tradition. Pioneer versus Saline. Faceoff in the far faceoff circle. Sean Stone in to take the face-off. On the other side is Johnny IDePaulo. Pioneer through the slot. Peterson trying to get a shot. That pulled away by Johnny IDePaulo in along the near boards. As Pioneer trying to pull that away, grabbed, trying to bring it in as Dillon puts it into the far corner. Friedman has it there. Friedman sends it along the far boards, then deflected outside of the far circle. Loose on the far circle. Peterson trying to get it out of the zone and fired back deep by Ethan Phelps. Back behind the goal, Kresge trying to poke that away. Loose, trying to grab it. The puck comes all the way back to the far point. Stopped by Thornell. Thornell loses the puck, but held in. Backhanded towards the Pioneer goal. Kresge back to battle. Ethan Phelps outside the far circle. Puck comes back to the far point. Shot there by Thornell into the near corner. 5:11 left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far. Held in. Church with a shot that goes wide to the far side. Held in by Thornell at the far point. Peterson trying to pull that away. Peterson rims it all the way around the boards. Church stops it outside the far circle into the near corner of the Pioneer zone. Kresge trying to separate him from the puck. The puck into the far corner. Friedman trying to pull that away. Back into the far corner. Friedman with it there. Trying to avoid Ethan Phelps. Puts it into the near corner. 4:44 left to go. Here comes Pioneer. Kresge through center ice. Kresge fires it all the way down. Icing waved off. Picked up by Schroeder back behind his own goal. Gathered up there by Church. Church through his own slot, fires it into the neutral zone. Grab Blake Woodrow coming in. Blake Woodrow outside the near circle. Sanborn chasing him, making him go wide. As there was a big collision, Blake Woodrow ended up going into the net. That knocked off of the moorings as he got caught up back there with Sanborn. They get the net back on its mooring. Face-off will be in the far face-off circle. That is to Houston's right. Commuting in to take the face-off versus Mateo IDePaulo. That puck goes right back behind the Pioneer goal. Grabbed there by Sanborn. Over to Sutton along the near board. Sutton feeds it ahead. Here comes Pioneer. Moving it loose. That intercepted by Mateo IDePaulo. He's on the far circle trying to come in. And Mateo IDePaulo puts it in. It's a goal. The net came off of its moorings, but they say the goal was in before the net came off of its moorings. So the officials have a better view of it than I do. That at 4:06, Mateo IDePaulo gets Saline on the board first. That makes it 4-1 with a beautiful job. He was able to intercept the pass, get back behind the defense, then cut across the crease and put it in. Saline up 1-0, 4:05 left to go in the first. The puck, Thornell has it on the far circle of his own zone. Thornell fires it all the way deep into the Pioneer zone. Rowe has it, deflects it back into the neutral zone. Loose at center ice. Church moves it back to Thornell. Banked off of the near boards, bringing it in. Jace Woodrow gets it over to Rumor. Back over to Jake Woodrow. A good save by Houston. Here comes Pioneer through center ice. Racing ahead with it. Sutton has it poked, checked away. Rumor pinned against the near boards. That fired back into the Pioneer zone. Racing back to get it is Finn Miller. Finn Miller on the far circle gets it ahead. Pioneer sends it through the neutral zone, but that rocketed right back in, back behind Houston. 3:20 left to go here in the first. 1-0, Saline with the lead. Puck comes top of the near circle, deflected. Rowe in the far corner. Rowe trying to avoid pressure by Johnny IDePaulo. Puck comes right back behind Houston, and along the near boards, Pioneer trying to shovel it out of the zone. Yang has it. Yang back into his own zone. Yang trying to feed it ahead. That gets blocked. Down the near boards of the neutral zone it goes. Here comes Armstrong. Armstrong gains the zone. Offsides the call. That puck will come out of the Saline zone. 2:50 left to go here in the first. Saline with the 1-0 lead on a beautiful Mateo Idapalo goal. Johnny Idapalo in to come to take the face off. Sean Stone on the other side. Brendan Stone to his left. Puck comes all the way over, racing. Peterson trying to get to it. That fired ahead. Back behind Schroeder into the near corner. Grabbing it, Sean Stone. Sean Stone trying to fire it ahead. That comes back. High slot. Gretzky with a shot that just goes wide. Puck loose back behind, now into the near corner. Sean Stone with it there. He's pinned against the boards by Winters. Trying to pull it away. Johnny Idapalo there. He takes a check. The puck still digging out of the near corner. Now that comes top of the near circle. Loose. There's a shot by Gretzky that deflects into the far corner. Peterson outside the far circle trying to keep it in the zone. Now coming ahead with it. Here comes Dylan. Dylan trying to make it back as Friedman trying to get it. Oh, right out in front. Loose spinning with it. There's a shot and a save by Houston. That puck got stuck in a pair of skates right in the slot. Back in along the far boards. Peterson got it out of the zone. Saline has to touch up. Pioneer brings it through center ice. Pioneer fires it. And Sean Stone going off for a line change quickly ahead. It's Church. Church. Top of the near circle. Church making a move in. As that is going to be a penalty. Sutton will get caught for hooking. Pioneer will have their first penalty kill of the game. 1 minute, 40 seconds left to go here in the first. 1-0 Saline with the lead. Lone goal again was a pass that got intercepted just out in front of the blue line as Mateo Idapalo was able to come down to the far circle that cut right across the crease and backhanded in. Mateo Idapalo puts it into the far corner. That lifted head tipped by Armstrong. Yang, here comes Yang. Yang gains the zone. Yang, top of the near circle, puts it back into the neutral zone, trying to get it back to Pioneer. Coming in, Jacobs has it into the near corner. That deflected away. Sanborn in the far corner, trying to pull that back. Now Edwards puts it right back to the near point. Held in by Kelly. That loose and along the far boards. Now Armstrong trying to get it all the way down the ice. That deflects up into the Pioneer bench. Or into the penalty box, excuse me. 1 minute, 11 seconds left to go here in the first. Saline with the 1-0 lead. 1:32 left to go in the power play for the Hornets. Face off in the far face-off circle. As in, Sean Stone taking the face-off versus Mateo Idapalo. The puck on the far circle. Mateo Idapalo gets it high slot as Blake Woodrow takes that shot back. Mateo Idapalo back to Blake Woodrow at the far point. Blake Woodrow skating in. There's a shot saved by Houston. Comes outside the far circle. 51 seconds left. Blake Woodrow, high slot, moving it over. Top of the far circle for Mateo Idapalo. Comes back to the near point to Kelly. Kelly skating. Kelly puts it outside the far circle. Now Blake Woodrow, high slot. Back to Kelly, top of the near circle. There's a shot pad saved by Houston. Friedman sends it along the far boards. Blake Woodrow, that skips over his stick back into the neutral zone as Saline will have to reset. Pioneer gets a much-needed line change. Bringing it in, Blake Woodrow with a shot that goes wide and fired all the way down the ice by Max Commute. 18 seconds left to go here in the first. 1-0 Saline with the lead. Blake Woodrow brings it through center ice. Blake Woodrow coming down, gains the zone. Blake Woodrow right at his own blue line and offsides as he hesitated a little bit there. Face-off in the far face-off circle. 7.5 seconds left to go here in the first. Puck in along the far boards, trying to feed it ahead. That all the way back into the Saline zone. And that will do it for the first. 20 seconds left in the Pioneer penalty kill. So Saline will have the extra attackers starting off in the second. It is 1-0 Saline, the lone goal at 4:06 as that was Mateo IDePaulo intercepting a pass, coming back in, cutting across the crease and firing it in. That is the difference at this moment. Well, we do want to mention right now that, let me pull up my overlays. There we go, and let's see if we can actually make this happen this time. There we go. So right now going on is the best in flow competition between all four teams for the Gillick tournament here on Skyline, Father Gabriel Richard, and Pioneer. If you want to donate, you can scan the QR code. Just pull up your camera app on your phone and point to the QR code that will pull up. You can also go out to, let me pull this up. You can also go out to mjrfoundation.org, MJR for Miles Jeffrey Roberts, mjrfoundation.org. Go to events and you can find the best in flow. What it is every dollar is a vote for the team with the best flow. And if you go out, you can see all the pictures of all the wonderful hair flows that each of the team has out there. So you can see that and check that out. We tweeted out pictures of that, I believe, today as well. So you can look at there. But every dollar is a vote, and every dollar goes to the Miles Jeffrey Roberts Foundation. It is a foundation for youth mental health and suicide prevention. Miles Jeffrey Roberts was a Skyline player who sadly, tragically took his life at the age of 15. And that tragedy has turned into a wonderful foundation that is trying to help young people, especially in the sports community, deal with mental health issues as well as suicide prevention. And where we're at right now, I just refreshed it, is Huron has $475 raised on 9 donations. Skyline has $370 raised on 11 donations, or 370 votes. Pioneer has 2,005 votes on 24 donations. You folks are amazing. Thank you so much to all the Pioneer fans who have donated. If you haven't yet, you can just go out to the, again, mjrfoundation.org, click on events, click on Best in Flow, and you can vote for whichever team you want. The Irish, Father Gabriel Richard, has 560 votes, or $560 raised on 11 donations. And we love to see Pioneer win this, but more importantly, we just want to make sure that a lot of money goes to a wonderful foundation that takes care of something very important that doesn't get enough attention at this point, which is mental health is huge, and suicide prevention. So thank you. If you can think about what you're grateful for, maybe make a donation there, that would be fantastic. And thank you to everyone who has already donated or can't but retweets it, or whatever you need to do. We are very, very grateful for that. Let's play a few messages from the MHSAA, and we will be back.
Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Live at the Ann Arbor Ice Cube, where it is Saline up 1-0 on your Pioneer men's varsity hockey team. Let's take a look at a scoreboard report for Michigan High School hockey. The only game on Monday was that Pioneer game. But taking a look at Tuesday, number of games, a number of scores not reported. Jeffers beat Nagini by a score of 6-3. It was Petoskey over Sheboygan 4-1. Houghton blanked Marquette 2-0. It was Escanaba with the 5-goal win over Kingsford 7-2. Divine Child with the 2-goal win over Fenton Linden 3-1. It was Leance Chris Unified 4 and St. Clair Shores Unified 1. Grand Lake beat Bishop Folly 7-4, and that is your intermission scoreboard report. Both teams came back out in this second period. Pioneer will be skating from left to right as Houston will go down to the crease to our left. Saline has the 1-0 lead. Pioneer will look to get the equalizer here in the second period. It's a tight back and forth game. 20 seconds left on Pioneer a Pioneer penalty kill. So Saline will start with the extra attacker for the first 20 minutes of the second period. Again, fantastic crowd in here, as it always is the day before the holiday. We are very, very grateful for everyone who shows up and cheers on these players. And thank you to you for watching wherever you are at, whichever team you are rooting for. Thank you for your support of these wonderful, amazing high school athletes. Schroeder skates down to our right. Now heading down to our left is Houston. Pioneer getting set. Yang is on the near wing. Armstrong looks like he's going to take the face off. Kresge and Friedman are the blue liners. Pioneer shorthanded for the next 20 seconds. Mateo Idapalo in to take the face off. As again, the fans letting themselves be known. Pioneer student section over to the left and the Saline student section over to the right, I believe. Nope, vice versa. That puck right back and along the near boards. Coming ahead with it. That fired ahead by Winter. In grabbing it is Jacobs. Jacobs on the far circle. Jacobs trying to come in. Tries to poke it in that into the near corner. Armstrong grabbing it as that fired on the far circle. Wouldn't settle down for Blake Woodrow. Here comes Yang. Yang over the blue line. Yang through center ice. Yang gains the zone, top of the far circle. Yang centering attempt. Oh, trying to get it. There's a backhanded shot and a score! Yang got it to Armstrong, and Pioneer scored just as the penalty expired. Pioneer ties it up 1-1. That at 16:27. Armstrong from Yang, taking it in the far circle, putting it in, and Armstrong doing a good job of grabbing in the slot, turning, firing, and catching Schroeder unaware. Puck right at center ice. Pioneer controls. Rowe coming down the near boards. Rowe that fired. Tipped by Commutin. Diving on it is Schroeder. He'll freeze the puck as that faceoff will come out to the far faceoff circle. 16:19 left to go here in the second. 18 shots on goal by Saline, 9 by Pioneer. But it is 1-1. Commutin in to take the faceoff. On the other side is Rumor. That puck, high slot. There's a shot by Rowe and a save by Schroeder. Face off again in the far face off circle. Again, Commutin versus Rumor. Garcia on the near side. That grabbed Rowe with a shot that got blocked into the far corner. Trying to pull it back. Ooh, that just goes to the far side of the far post, bringing it up. Coming out down the near boards, Rumor gets it over to Giacalone. Giacalone puts it back deep. Rowe has it in along the end boards. The puck into the near corner. Trying to fire it back out in front through the slot. Picked up. Here comes Pioneer racing ahead with it. Commutin. Commutin out in the near circle. Commutin comes in. Shot it. Commutin scores. Pioneer goes up as Commutin races all the way down to the near circle. Puts it just inside the far post. And Pioneer has the 2-1 lead. 37 seconds between goals. Max Commutin gives Pioneer the lead. Face off right at center ice. Mateo Idapalo in to take the face off versus Sean Stone. The puck loose and along the far boards. Brendan Stone trying to get to it. That's sent right back behind Houston into the near corner. Mateo Idapalo chips it, trying to get it into the far corner. Jacob trying to get to it. The loose. There's a Peterson with a hit, trying to pull that away into the near corner. Coming away with it, Blake Woodrow puts it off the side of the net. Puck comes outside the near circle. Mateo Idapalo gets it into the far corner. Controlled there by Blake Woodrow, fired, and that will come down the ice. Here comes Pioneer through the neutral zone with it coming in. Brendan Stone puts it right back behind Schroeder. Puck in along the end boards. Grab by Mateo Idapalo. Mateo Idapalo trying to get it over to Blake Woodrow, stolen away in along the near boards. Sean Stone trying to move it over to Peterson, that taken away by Jacobs, loose right at center. Jacobs tips it over to Blake Woodrow, top of the far circle. Blake Woodrow trying to put it deep. That puck into the far corner. Sanborn moves it ahead. Loose in the slot, fired all the way down. Tipped as it goes back by Winters into the far corner. Kelly has it in the far corner, back behind his own goal, coming underneath the near circle. Held in, Armstrong chasing back to get it. Winters sends it in along the near boards, and Dillon fires it, trying to get it out of the zone. Yang holds it in, high slot, loose, now back into the neutral zone. Fired right back in by Sanborn, steered by Schroeder, back behind his own goal. 14:21 left to go here in the second. 2-1, Pioneer with the lead. Coming away with it, racing ahead with it is Kelly. Kelly through the neutral zone. Kelly gains the zone. Kelly through the slot, that puck into the near corner. Trying to pull that away. Kelly sends it for a ride into the far corner. Ethan Phelps gets it to the far point. Trying to fire it ahead is Thornell. Now sent back into the neutral zone by Yang. Knocked around, tipped away from Thornell. Now trying to bring it in. Armstrong feeds it down the far boards. Kresge trying to get away from Johnny Idapalo. Gets it, and that fired all the way back deep into the Saline end. 13:45 left to go, as with it, Nolan Miller puts it into the far corner. That held in at the far point, loose. Now that slips back into the neutral zone in along the far boards. Pioneer trying to bring it right back in as that puck lifted back into the neutral zone again. Chipping it, Finn Miller races back to get it. That poked outside the near circle, picked up there. Here comes Pioneer down the near boards, racing ahead with it. It's Commute on the near circle. Commute in. Schroeder with the save. Shot it. Oh, it looked like it was going to be a score. And a diving save by Schroeder. Steals one away from Garcia as he was sitting right for that rebound on the far circle. And Schroeder dove and grabbed it. Amazing highlight reel save there. 13:16 left to go here in the second. 2-1 Pioneer with the lead. Commuting in to take the face off. That puck in along the near boards. Racing back to get it. Coming in is Boyle. Boyle coming over. That puck outside the far circle. Sutton trying to get to it. Spinning is Sattler. Now back behind. Rumor out in front. Sattler, that comes all the way in along the near boards. Deflected outside. Trying to hold it in at the near point is Winters. Winters gets it right back. Rumor chasing it. That puck lifted right back into the near corner. Commuting with it in his own zone. Commuting feeds it all the way down the ice. That will be icing and head back into the Pioneer end. 12:44 left to go here in the second. 2-1 Pioneer with the lead. Goals 37 seconds apart. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Mateo Idapalo in to take the face-off. Sean Stone on the other side. That puck back to the far point. Shot. That comes onto the near circle, tipped in along the end boards. Blake Woodrow has it into the near corner. Fires it into the slot. That pulled away, banked off the near boards. That'll go all the way down. That will be icing. Again, a big difference if you watch a lot of different levels of hockey. High school, you can change on an icing, whereas if you watch college or pro, you cannot change on an icing. If you ice the puck, you have to leave that line out there. High school, you can ice it and get a line change, which can be huge. Puck into the near corner, trying to pull it away. Blake Woodrow outside the near circle, fires it all the way across. There's a blast that up, and that hit some of the metal beams in the ceiling. That deflected straight up from a shot from the far circle. 12:20 left to go here in the second. 2-1 Pioneer with the lead. Face-off in the far, face-off circle. Sean Stone versus Mateo Idapalo. Puck Mateo Idapalo with the shot. Good save by Houston. The puck into the near corner. Blake Woodrow with it. Blake Woodrow underneath the near circle. Blake Woodrow outside the near circle. That goes right back behind the Pioneer goal as trying to fire it out. That tipped away and fired all the way down the ice. That'll be icing again, but again, Pioneer gets a line change. 12 minutes even left to go. Face-off will be in the near face-off circle, that to the right of Houston. Pioneer would love to get this puck down into the Saline zone. Saline looking for the big equalizer here. Face-off, Rumor chases it into the near corner. Buck comes back to the near point. That's sent all the way back down into the Saline zone. Picked up by Church. Church sets up back behind his own goal. Armstrong back there to chase him. That tipped into the near corner. Shot and a save by Schroeder. Excellent job by Pioneer to try and pull that away as Nolan Miller into the far corner trying to pull that back. Still trying to grab it, battling. And puck right back in along the end boards. Controlled, fired out in front, and tipped back. Yang couldn't get to a Kresge with the shot that couldn't get through all the traffic. And along the far boards, that fired all the way back by Church, then lifted right back deep. There's a bouncing puck dropped by Schroeder just on the near side of his goal, bringing it ahead. Here comes Jackaloni outside the near circle. Had a little time warp a couple years back for Saline. Jackaloni puts it in along the near boards. That fired all the way back. In along the far boards, bringing ahead is Armstrong. He fires it back deep. That puck into the far corner. Church has it there. Yang providing pressure. Church underneath the near circle. Banks it ahead. And right through center ice. Picked up by Ethan Phelps. Trying to go the other direction is Commute. Commute backhands it in along the far board. Sutton fires it back deep. By the way, that means Commuton has 7 goals on the season now. With that goal, the second Pioneer goal. Rumor brings it in outside the near circle. Rumor coming in with a shot. Saved by Houston. The puck in along the glass. Jackalone trying to get it into the near corner. That comes all the way back to the near point as Thornell is checked into the boards. Thornell gets it on the near circle, puts it into the slot, but pulled away by Sutton coming down the far boards. Sutton has that knocked down by Thornell, but banked off the near boards for Pioneer. Garcia fires it back deep. The defense goes for a line change for Pioneer. The puck back behind Schroeder into the near corner. Kelly fires it all the way around the boards. Ethan Phelps has it in the far corner. That got stuck in a pair of skates. Then fired back by Thornell back to center ice. Moving it over, Jof has it along the near boards. Jof. Pressure coming. Jof trying to pull it back over to Edwards. Now sweeping it down the far boards. Trying to grab it is Holt. That puck brought right back in by Saline. Loose puck outside the far circle coming in. Ethan Phelps with a shot and a save by Houston. 9:34 left to go here in the second. 2-1 Pioneer with the lead. Face-off in the far face-off circle, that to Houston's left. Mateo Idapalo in to take the face-off. Looks like Pioneer getting a line change in there. So it's going to be to Houston's left. Nolan Miller in to take the face-off versus Mateo Idapalo. Puck into the far corner. Mateo Idapalo goes back behind the goal into the near corner. Back to Werner at the near point, trying to cycle it down. And puck along the near boards, held in by Werner, loose in the slot. Good poke check by Edwards. There's a shot and a save by Houston. 24 shots on goal by Saline, 14 by Pioneer. Houston has been very, very steady between the pipes. Face-off in the far face-off circle, that to Houston's left. Mateo Idapalo in there. Nolan Miller on the other side. That puck, and they'll drop it again. Whistle right after the puck dropped. Face-off in the far face-off circle. That puck fired right through the crease outside the near circle, trying to tip it ahead, held in as Mateo Idapalo, fires it all the way through the slot. There's a one-timer sticked up into the netting as it was a blast from the blue line by Church. Houston able to get a stick on it, and that deflects up into the netting. They'll drop the puck on the near face-off circle to Houston's right. Nolan Miller versus Sattler in the near face-off circle. That puck, top of the near circle. Thornell trying to feed it through. That poked away. Thornell feeds it into the far corner. Kresge with it there. Kresge down the far boards. Kresge pinned against the boards. And shot, deflects, bouncing puck. Flung into the near corner, trying to pull that away. Grabbing it, Sattler. Sattler trying to go high. That knocked down, racing ahead with it. Here comes Armstrong. Armstrong on the far circle. Armstrong with the shot. That knocked down, and Yang with the shot that got deflected out in front. Held in by Friedman at the near point. Whistle, stoppage in play. 8:31 left to go. As a Pioneer penalty, into the box goes Nolan Miller. And at 8:31, I believe that was interference by Miller. Pioneer will be shorthanded for the next 2 minutes, barring any other changes. Face off in the far face off circle. That grab held in at the near point by Blake Woodrow, puts it into the near corner. Mateo Idapalo gets it, top of the near circle. Mateo Idapalo back to Blake Woodrow, high slot. Blake Woodrow, top of the far circle, over to Kelly. That shot deflected into the near corner. Now, Mateo Idapalo spinning around with it outside the near circle. Mateo Idapalo comes to the near point. Mateo Idapalo, high slot, over to Blake Woodrow. Now over onto the far circle for Kelly. There's Blake Woodrow with the shot that got blocked. Good save by Houston. Kresge has it back behind the goal, rims it all the way around the boards. That comes back out to center. Blake Woodrow has it at his own blue line. 1 minute, 15 seconds left in the Saline power play. 7:43 left to go in the second. Blake Woodrow has it back behind the goal, underneath the near circle in the Pioneer zone. Blake Woodrow, top of the near circle, now feeds it onto the far corner. Kelly has it there. Kelly trying to grab it. That fired all the way down the ice. Excellent job of clearing it back there by Kresge. Picked up by Blake Woodrow, trying to get it over to Mateo Idapalo, but that will be icing and head right back into Saline end. 49 seconds left to go on the Saline power play. 7:19 left to go in the second. 2-1 Pioneer with the lead. Face-off will be in the far face-off circle. That is to Schroeder's right. Armstrong in to take the face-off. Sattler on the other side. The puck into the far corner. Trying to pull it away. That grab. Sattler has it. Sattler banks it off the near boards over to Giacalone. Giacalone back to his own blue line. Giacalone through center. Giacalone trying to come in. That poke checked away by Edwards. Loose. And that fired all the way down the ice. Excellent job to clear by Pioneer. Back to get it is Church. Back behind his own goal. Comes underneath the near circle. Church up the near boards. And kind of a slow pass grabbed away by Yang. Yang trying to take a shot that got deflected. Sattler has it in along the far boards of his own zone. Trying to get it over to Thornell. Thornell moves it to Giacalone down the near boards. Giacalone gains his own centering attempt. Armstrong races trying to get to it. The puck in the far corner. Thornell brings it right back behind the Pioneer goal. Sanborn trying to knock it away. The puck loose, tipped away outside the near circle. Grabbing it is Church, who puts it back into the near corner. Pioneer back to full strength. The puck in the slot, grabbing it. There's a shot by Chase Woodrow. Goes into the far corner. Pioneer lifts it. That will slide all the way down the ice. It'll be icing, but Pioneer able to change lines. 6:11 left to go here in the second. 2-1. Pioneer with the lead, able to kill off that penalty. 26 shots on goal by Saline, 15 for Pioneer. Face-off in the far face-off circle, commuting in there versus Johnny Idapalo. Puck in along the far boards, trying to bring it ahead. That right at the blue line, shot outside the near circle in the Pioneer zone. Battle forward and covered up by Houston as a shot from outside the near circle. Fired over there by Dillon, and good job by Houston to cover it up. Face-off again in the near face-off circle. That Houston's right. Commuton versus Johnny Idapalo, the puck outside the near circle. Ethan Phelps fires it high slot now, and that knocked away. Here comes Sutton. Sutton racing back. Sutton on the near circle. Sutton with a shot and a save by Schroeder. 5:51 left to go here in the second. 2-1 Pioneer with the lead. Face-off will be in the Saline zone in the far face-off circle. Holt in to take the face-off. Jones to his left. That is Hudson to his right. That puck all the way back and along the near boards of the neutral zone. Racing back to get it. And tipped over. Firing it through the slot. Wouldn't settle down. Now picked up. Here comes Pioneer. Down the near boards of the neutral zone. Racing to get it is Jones. Grabbed by Thornell. He gets it to Church in the far corner. Church back to Thornell in the near corner. Thornell brings it up the near boards of his own zone. 5:28 left to go. That right to the Pioneer blue line. Fired ahead, intercepted by Church, but grabbed and fired right back into the neutral zone. And into the near corner, icing called. The face-off will be in the far face-off circle, that to the left of Houston. Mateo Idapalo versus Sean Stone, the puck back behind. Peterson puts it into the near corner. Peterson checked against the boards, trying to pull that away. Sean Stone. Kresge into the near corner, flings it, that rimmed all the way around the boards. Brendan Stone fires it into the neutral zone. Peterson trying to get to it. Now that lifted ahead, fired all the way back deep. Icing, and that'll go the other direction. Peterson could have gotten to it, but automatic icing. 4:59 left to go here in the second. Pioneer up a goal, 2-1. Rumor in to take the face-off. Nolan Miller on the other side. That in the far face-off circle, just to the left of Houston. Puck top of the far circle. There's a shot there. Good save by Houston into the near corner. Puck in along the near boards. Winter puts it into the near corner. Kresge trying to get around. Friedman puts it into the far corner. Loose on the far circle. There's a shot. Houston got a piece of it. Comes back to the outside the near circle. Winters feeds it all the way around the boards. Now picked up by Armstrong outside the far circle. Pioneer gets it back into the neutral zone. Intercepted. Winters puts it right back in. Grabbed by Kresge. Kresge trying to avoid Winters. And covered up by Houston. So that puck slid towards the near post. 4:27 left to go here in the second. Saline scored first, back with 4:06 left to go in the first. Pioneer answered back, tying the game at 16:27 and taking the lead at 15:50. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Rumor in to take the face-off. And along the near boards, trying to feed it ahead is Edwards. Loose, pounced up underneath the near circle, lifted back to the near point. Thornell with a shot, that loose out in front, picked up, good job by Sutton, and that cleared all the way down the ice. Good save, and it was Houston made a good save. The deflection off to his left. Good job by Sutton to get that out of harm's way. 4:09 left to go here in the second. 2-1 Pioneer with the lead. Commuting in to take the face-off. Mateo Idapalo on the other side. Puck all the way back to the far point. Church with the shot there. Couldn't get through the bodies. Trying to control it. Loose in along the near boards. Edwards chasing it. That comes right back into the far corner. Sanborn with it there. Loose back behind the goal now. Grabbed Thornell, top of the near circle, back into the near corner for Mateo Idapalo. He's checked there, separated from the puck. Sanborn loose out in front now onto the near circle. Here comes Pioneer with it. Racing ahead. Commuting gets back behind the defense. Commuting on the near circle. Commuting with the shot. As getting a piece of it was Schroeder. The puck back to the far point, now back into the neutral zone. Chip loose at center ice. There is a collision and a penalty. 3:29 left to go. Cross-check the call. .329, and that is a Cross-check penalty to Mateo Idapalo. Pioneer with their first power play of the game, and that is a 2 minor penalties. They have it as 4 minutes up there. So that would be a double minor penalty if that's correct. See if they fix that and make it a 2 minute. Those scoreboards are not easy to use, and it's all volunteers, so as much as we may pick on them sometimes, it's not an easy job. Well, it looks like it is two double minors. So 4 minute power play for Pioneer, set down in the neutral zone by Friedman, sent across the way, then Friedman gets it back. And along the near boards, that grab, tipped away back into the Pioneer zone. Friedman has it. 3:11 left to go here in the second. Pioneer with the 2-1 lead. Friedman gets it over to Nolan Miller. Nolan Miller drop pass. Pioneer bringing it ahead. Kresge had him, and Rumor trying to knock it out. Kresge took it off the body, brought it back deep into the Saline zone. Puck in along the end boards, trying to dig it away. Nolan Miller in there with Kresge, still digging. 2 minutes, 50 seconds. Now Armstrong comes in to try and lever it off of the boards. Digging, battling, levering, poking. Still trying to get to it, and that pulls all the way back. Top of the far circle. Yang with it there. Yang moves it onto the far circle. Now Friedman has it that out into the neutral zone. Pioneer has to reset. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left to go here in the second period. 2:55 left to go in the double minor power play. Moving over, Friedman gets it at the far point, trying to fire it back deep as Yang. That goes right back behind the goal. Armstrong back there trying to dig it away underneath the near circle. Rumor fires it all the way around. Rowe holds it in at the far point. Rowe puts it onto the far circle. Now that left it all the way down the ice. 2:02 left to go here in the second. And fired ahead by Sanborn, grabbed by Sutton. Sutton through center ice. Sutton gains the zone. And knocked and went right off of the linesman, who ended up down. He is slow to get up as the puck in along the near boards. Lineman still on his knee. We don't want to see any of these officials injured. We don't have enough officials as is. The puck all the way back to the blue line, tipped back into the Pioneer zone, intercepted there. Here comes Rowe. Rowe gains his own. Rowe comes over to the near point. Rowe trying to feed it back deep. Racing back to get it, Garcia. Now Sutton in the far corner. Sutton gets it outside the far circle, trying to make a move over there is Commutin. Back into the far corner. Church rides him off the puck. Commutin trying to put it onto the far circle. Here comes Blake Woodrow. 1 minute, 10 seconds left to go. Blake Woodrow coming back. Blake Woodrow trying to make the move, and puck wouldn't settle down. Sanborn gets it ahead to Sutton. Here comes Sutton. Sutton moves it to Commutin. Commutin gains the zone. Commutin outside the near circle. Commutin into the near corner. Thornell trying to separate him from the puck. Goes right back behind Schroeder. 49 seconds left to go here in the second. And back to the near point, held in by Sanborn. Sanborn shot, top of the near circle, saved by Schroeder. There's another shot, still loose underneath the near circle. Blake Woodrow brings it ahead. 35 seconds left to go in the second. Tripping call upcoming. I thought he got the puck first, but the official with a much better view of it than I had. As into the box goes Commutin, and now we'll have some 4-on-4 hockey for 1 minute 3 seconds, 32.9 seconds left here in this. Puck into the near corner. So 4-on-4 hockey left here in the second. That back into the neutral zone. As the clock's not running, as for some reason the clock wouldn't get going there, so they'll correct that. 32.9 seconds left to go. They might adjust that down a couple ticks of the clock. They're going to let it run and stop it at 25.8 seconds left. So 25.8 seconds left to go. 4-on-4 hockey here. Face off to Houston's right. Rumor trying to take the face-off. Kelly outside the near circle trying to pull that away. Edwards gets it back into the Armstrong gets it back into the neutral zone. Racing back to get it. That puck right at center ice. Friedman trying to move it away. That intercepted. 10 seconds left, bringing it in onto the far circles. Rumor. Rumor goes back behind. 5 seconds left to go. The puck. High slot. Shot by Kelly. Save! With 1.1 seconds left to go here in the second. Two to one Pioneer with the lead. We will have 30 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey to start off the third again, barring anything else happening. Puck loose, and that will do it for the second. Pioneer with the pair of goals takes the lead as there'll be 31 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey when we come into the third, and then it will be a 57-second power play for Saline after that. So both of these squads head off the ice. So it was at 16:27. Armstrong put it in from Yang as a Pioneer goal tied it up at one apiece. Then at 15:50, it was Commuton racing down the near side, perfectly placed it just inside the far post to make it a 2-1 lead. At 8:31, there was a interference call as going off. There was a Pioneer penalty, that one to Nolan Miller. Then at 3:29, a double minor to Mateo Idapalo. Then Commuton took a tripping call at 39 seconds. So let's play a few messages from the MHSAA. Just a reminder, if you do want to donate $1 or more for the each dollar is a vote for the Best in Flow, the 2023 Gillett Cup donation competition. Remember, just go out to mjrfoundation.org. That's MJR, Miles Jeffrey Roberts Foundation.org, and then go click on events, and then right underneath that, you can click on that. On the Best in Flow. If you're a Saline fan who's listening, who wants to put a vote against Pioneer, you can go out and donate $1 to the River Rats or Father Gabriel Richard or Skyline, whatever happens. Just want to make sure all the money, all that money goes to the Miles Jeffrey Roberts Foundation, which is for mental health and suicide prevention. A amazing, fantastic cause. So vote for the Best in Flow. And we'll tweet that out every couple days just to remind you, and then that competition will announce the winner between the two games on the December 9th of the Gillett Cup. Let's step away and play a few messages from the MHSA, then we'll take a look at a scoreboard report from around the sporting world. You're watching Pioneer Men's Varsity Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
few scores out here for our intermission scoreboard report. In the NHL, it's the Red Wings 4, Devils nothing. Bruins lead the Panthers 3-1 at the end of the second. By the way, that was 17:50 left to go in the third for the Red Wings. At the end of two, it's 2-2 between the Jets and the Lightning. Hurricanes lead the Oilers 5-2 at the end of the second. Rangers have the Penguins shut out so far, 1-0 at the end of the second. It's the Sabres 3, Capitals 2 at the end of the second. 17:50 left to go in the third. It's the Blue Jackets 7, Blackhawks 1. Islanders lead the Flyers 2-0. It's 6:22 left to go in the second. At 9 o'clock, it's Predators hosting the Flames, Coyotes hosting the Blues. 9:30, it's the Stars hosting the Knights, the Avalanche hosting the Canucks, the Ducks hosting the Canadiens, and the Kraken hosting the Shark. As both teams come out back onto the ice, we're getting ready for a big, all-important third period. Again, we'll have 31 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey, and then there will be a 57-second power play for Saline. Pioneer has the lead, 2-1. We'll see what happens. Pioneer would love to keep that lead, play very defensive, and get out of here with a win. Saline looking to even it up. Pioneer would love an insurance goal, as a matter of fact, but appreciate you joining us the night before Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving Eve. And we hope that you were able to have a fantastic holiday with your families and celebrate what you're thankful for tomorrow. Face off right at center ice, 17 minutes up on the clock, getting ready to go. Arbor in to take the face off. Armstrong on the other side. Saline going with 3 forwards and defensemen. Pioneer 2 forwards, 2 defensemen. Puck in along the near boards. Kelly brings it back. Kelly gets it back over, sent ahead to Rumor. Rumor bringing it down. Rumor through center. Rumor at the top of the near circle. That goes up into the netting. Pioneer able to get a stick in the way. 14 seconds left to form for hockey. 16:43 left to go here in the third. 2-1 Pioneer with the lead. Face off in the in the near face off circle. That to Houston's left. Face off comes into the near corner. Sanborn with it. Sanborn moves it ahead. That lifted through center. Here comes Yang. Yang. That poke checked away from him. Taking it back. Rumor feeds it over and along the far side. Banked ahead. Pioneer trying to fire it ahead. Grabbed. Here comes Blake Woodrow. Blake Woodrow into the Pioneer zone. That pulled ahead the other direction by Armstrong. Armstrong lifts it into the far corner. Saline back to full strength. 46 seconds in the power play for Saline. The puck back behind. Armstrong doing a fantastic job to make it difficult for Saline to get out of the zone. Puck in along the near boards. Picked up by Blake Woodrow. Moved ahead to Church. Church as he tries to get it outside the near circle. Church comes back. Church feeds it to the near point. Blake Woodrow with it there. Blake Woodrow back to Church on the near circle shot. That got deflected out. Coming back to the near point. Into the neutral zone it goes. Kresge fires it all the way down the ice. 15 seconds left to go in the Saline power play. Picked up by Thornell back behind his own goal. Thornell ahead. Rumor has it. Rumor fires it quickly. And deflects off of a stick, grabbed by Kresge. Kresge gets it to the blue line. Held in by Rumor, now grabbed and fired all the way down the ice. The penalty had expired. Intercepted at the blue line, coming ahead with it, Thornell. Thornell gets it over. Mateo Idapalo outside the near circle. Mateo Idapalo back behind the Pioneer goal. He has it on the far circle. Mateo Idapalo puts it onto the near circle for Blake Woodrow. That out in front. Pulled into the near corner. Good job to pull that away. Joe sends it along the near boards. That puck all the way down into the Saline zone. That'll be icing. 15:05 left to go here in the third. 2-1 Pioneer with the lead. Face-off in the far, nope, in the near face-off circle. Sattler in to take the face-off. Commutin on the other side. Commutin puts it in along the near boards. Trying to pull it off the near boards outside the near circle. Battle for it. Commutin comes away with it. Commutin trying to get away from Giacalone. Commutin over center. Giacalone knocks it away and picked up by Jove, sending it along the far boards. Finn Miller fires it deep. That deflected by Saline right back into the neutral zone. Grabbed back. Jove has it at his own blue line. Jove coming in along the near boards, trying to avoid pressure by Jacobs. Giacalone takes it and brings it right back into the Pioneer zone. Good job by Jove to put it into the near corner. Giacalone back behind the goal into the far corner. Giacalone puts it in along the end boards. That for Jacobs. Jacobs trying underneath the near circle. Gets it back to Church at the blue line. On the near circle, Jacob with a shot that deflects into the far corner. Picked up there. Pioneer trying to get it out of the zone. That lifted, coming ahead with it. Here comes Pioneer. Sutton over center ice. Sutton. Poke check right at the blue line. Here comes Saline the other direction. Giacalone brings it into the Pioneer zone. That comes through the slot, poked outside the far circle. Picked up there. Commutin has it. Now that pulled ahead. Deflected back into the neutral zone. Kelly with it there. Kelly. And pulled away. Good defensive play by Pioneer, sending it down into the Saline zone. Stopped by Schroeder, quickly up to Kelly, right at his own blue line. Kelly feeds it, now bringing it in. Giacalone puts it into the high slot, now pulling away with it. That poked away, there's a shot from Landon Phelps. Comes all the way back to the near point. Bouncing puck into the neutral zone. Here comes Armstrong through center. Armstrong gains the zone, that poked away from him from behind by Dillon and along the near boards. Grabbed by Sanborn. Sanborn feeds it deep. 13-16 left to go here in the third. Sent ahead, grabbed as Armstrong through the slot. Shot, oh, that just goes wide. Schroeder diving, Armstrong has it underneath the far circle. That deflects right back by. Nolan Miller trying to get to it. Yang back there, right through the slot, but pulled away. Winters moves it ahead. Here comes Ethan Phelps. Ethan Phelps, that knocked away. Good defensive play by Sanborn ahead to Nolan Miller. Sanborn trying to feed it in again. This time it gets past Thornell. Stuck into the near corner. Yang going back to get it away from Winters. The puck back behind Thornell. Has it on the far circle, bringing it ahead. Here comes Woodrow. Blake Woodrow gains his own. Over, trying to get it over to Ethan Phelps. Wouldn't settle down. Puck in the slot, pulled away. Pioneer banks it down the far boards. Racing back to get it. That will count as a shot on goal. Picked up back behind by Church. Church underneath the near circle. 12-15 left to go. Grabbing it. Fired ahead. Blake Woodrow through center. Blake Woodrow gets it over onto the far side. Mateo Idapalo trying to fire it right through the slot. Centering pass. That gets back to the near point. Church fires it back into the near corner. As Mateo Idapalo gets it into the slot. That comes just to the near side of the Pioneer goal. Back out to center it goes. Church races back to his own blue line to get it. Grab, trying to pull it away is Brendan Stone. Now fired deep by Kresge. The puck bounces off of the end boards. 11:44 left to go. Kelly has it back behind his own goal. And pulled ahead. Rumor down the near board. Sutton trying to make it difficult. Good job to knock that away by Commutin moves it back into his own zone. Right, held in by Rumor. Rumor outside the near circle. Pulled away by Commutin. That comes back. Rumor feeds it on to the near circle. Here comes Commutin. Commutin through center. Commutin gains the zone as that got stuck in a pair of skates trying to get past Winters. That fired right back in. The puck outside the far circle. I believe that's going to be an offsides. 11:08 left to go here in the third. 2-1 Pioneer with the lead. .35 shots on goal by Saline, 18 by Pioneer. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Puck in along the near boards, bringing it in. Jove sends it back deep. That rims all the way around outside the far circle. Peterson trying to get to it. That puck brought right back into the neutral zone, racing back to get it. Jove comes back. Jove into the near corner, trying to avoid pressure by Rumor. Now back there, Jace Woodrow gets it back to Rumor. Pulled back behind. Here comes Commute. Skates over the blue line. That got tipped back. Jace Woodrow puts it deep. Jove chasing it back, picks it up, trying to get it over the row. That over to Sutton. Sutton has it, top of the far circle. Through center ice. Here comes Sutton. Sutton gains his own, top of the far circle. Sutton has it poked away into the far corner. Giacalone moves it from the far corner to the near corner. Here comes Church with it down the near boards. Church over his own blue line. Church gains the Pioneer zone. Church outside the near circle, stops there, trying to get it into the slot. That poked away. Here comes Pioneer. Over their own blue line, Yang comes through center ice. Yang trying to get it past Church into the near corner. Yang in along the end boards. He and Church get piled up there. The puck out in front, and scrum for it. That comes outside the near circle. Sanborn takes a shot. That went off of his skate. Back behind the goal, into the slot. Shot, saved by Schroeder. The puck back. There's a shot by Sanborn that just gets deflected by Nolan Miller, but just can't get past Schroeder. That's sent all the way down the ice. Sanborn has it in his own zone, trying to avoid Johnny DiPaolo. Comes back. Kelly has it on his near circle. That's sent back into the Pioneer zone. Sanborn has it there. 9:25 left to go here in the third. 2-1. Pioneer with the lead. Picked up by Edwards underneath his near circle. Over to Yang. Yang gets it into the neutral zone. Pulled away by Ethan Phelps. Ethan Phelps trying to send it into the Pioneer zone. That loose in the neutral zone. Nolan Miller trying to get to it. Still loose in along the near boards. Nolan Miller feeds it back deep. 9:03 left to go here in the third. The puck in along the near boards. Here comes Saline racing ahead with it. Thornell has it. Thornell trying to get past traffic. That poked away from him. Grabbed, moved back. Ethan Phelps with a shot blocker saved by Houston. Picked up by Peterson back behind. Peterson goes from the far side to the near side. Peterson swinging through traffic over his own blue line. Peterson through center ice. Peterson outside the near circle. Shot! There's a save out into the far corner. And Schroeder got a piece of it. That coming back behind. Brendan Stone trying to pull it away. Here comes Thornell banking it off the near boards as Saline goes for a line change. Quickly back is Kresge, who fires it, and saved into the near corner by Schroeder. 8:15 left to go here in the third. Fired ahead, held in at the far point by Sean Stone. Sean Stone puts it back deep from the far corner into the near corner. Brendan Stone trying to fire it out in front. That knocked away by Matteo DiPaolo. He comes over his own blue line. Matteo DiPaolo coming down the far boards. Matteo DiPaolo on the far circle trying to get out in front. Good poke check away by Houston. Back to the far point, held in there by Church. Knocked away. Great job by Pioneer to get it back out to center, as that was an excellent job by Garcia. That put right back deep into the far corner of the Pioneer zone. Grab there. Sending ahead, Commutin puts it out outside of the far circle, now coming ahead with it. Here comes Pioneer. Good poke check back by Church. He sends it back into the neutral zone. Now pulled away. Here comes Matteo DiPaolo. Matteo DiPaolo, top of the far circle. That banked off the near boards, racing over to get it. Grabbing it is Sutton. Sutton feeding it ahead. Pioneer down the near boards, bringing it in. That fired back deep by Finn Miller. 7:11 left to go. The puck back behind, fed by Church into the far corner. Grabbed by Commutin. Commutin on the far circle, trying to get through traffic. Knocked away there by Remore. The puck loose, tipped away by Commutin. Now fired ahead, that into the neutral zone. Tipped right back by Rowe to the Saline blue line. The puck grabbed, Sutton trying to get to it. Now that fed ahead to Sutton. Sutton, high slot. Poked away from him. Sutton gets it outside the near circle and puts it back deep. 6:43 left to go here in the third. The puck, Church has it down the far boards now, over his own blue line, down the near boards to the neutral zone. Church gains his own outside the near circle. Yang trying to drive him wide. The puck in along the end boards. Now comes into the far corner. Pioneer trying to feed it out of the zone. Loose on the far circle. Giacalone trying to get to it. Held in. There's a shot that deflects this. Jace Woodrow trying to get to it. Now Rowe back behind. Rowe going from the near side to the far side. Rowe into the far corner. 6 minutes, 11 seconds left to go. Rowe gets it back out into the neutral zone. Pioneer up 2-1. The puck deflects back behind Winters. Chasing him is Armstrong. Armstrong trying to pull that puck away. Into the near corner it goes. Nolan Miller centering attempt. That goes back to the far point. Rowe trying to hold it in. Rowe gets it over to Armstrong into the far corner. Armstrong fights through traffic. Now Nolan Miller pinned against the boards. Armstrong and Miller battling back there, trying to get away from a pair. Rumor back there trying to knock it away. The puck outside the near circle. Winters trying to get it out of the zone. Armstrong trying to hold it in at the near point. Trying to dig away at it. Nolan Miller there as well. Jace Woodrow there. Now that pull back. Here comes Remore. Remore races down. Remore has that poked away. Gets it back outside the near circle. Remore centering attempt. Racing over to get into Sanborn. Sanborn comes down the far boards. 5:15 left to go. Sanborn trying to move it out. Sanborn ahead. Here comes Nolan Miller. Nolan Miller puck wouldn't settle down. He moves it right back behind the goal into the far corner. Kelly with it there. Kelly comes back behind his goal from the far side to the near side. Kelly moves it over. Ethan Phelps with it. Ethan Phelps gets it into the neutral zone. Coming ahead with it. Here comes Dylan. Dylan, top of the far circle. Dylan trying to move it out in front. That knocked down right back behind the Pioneer goal. Bouncing puck to the blue line. There's a shot. That goes inside the near circle. Picking it up. Kelly with another shot. That rims all the way outside the far circle. Picking it up there is Dylan. Dylan moves it back to the far point to Church. Knocked down outside the far circle. Johnny Idapalo with it, trying to get it out into the crease. Covered up back there by Houston. 4:30 left to go here in the third. 2-1 Pioneer with the lead. 36 shots on goal by Saline, 21 by Pioneer. Face-off is to Houston's right in the far face-off circle. Sean Stone trying to win that away from Mateo Idapalo. There's a shot and a save by Houston. Blake Woodrow took the shot from the high slot. Able to make the save is Houston. 4:24 left to go here in the third. They're going to move it over into the near face-off circle. Mateo Idapalo in to take the face-off. That puck back behind Kresge, that off the side of the net, covered up by Houston. 4:21 left to go here in the third. Face-off again in the near face-off circle to Houston's left. Commutin versus Mateo Idapalo. Puck outside the near circle. Grab, Thornell trying to fire it. That puck from the far point, that got blocked out in front. Good job by Kresge. Bouncing puck swept right back in by Saline. Friedman trying to get it away from Blake Woodrow in along the end boards. The puck pulled away. Commutin making his move. Here comes Commutin. Commutin. Oh, good poke check away by Saline as they try and bring it back. Here comes Mateo Idapalo with the shot that goes wide to the near side. Blake Woodrow centering attempt. That comes all the way back to the far point. Shot there. 3:45 left to go. The puck into the far corner, pinned there as Mateo Idapalo underneath the near circle. Back, Thornell with the shot out in front and covered up by Houston. As he dives between a pair of Saline players, Blake Woodrow ends up on his back. 3:35 left to go here in the third. Face-off in the far face-off circle. That to Houston's right. Nolan Miller in to take the face-off. Remore on the other side. Every one of these face-offs becomes that much more big. Kelly's shot was blocked. Back to the far point. Winter sends it back into the far corner. Grabbed there by Remore, trying to fire it out in front. That deflected. Grabbed by Finn Miller. Finn Miller puts it underneath the near circle. And fired ahead. Here comes Armstrong. Armstrong over his own blue line. Armstrong dumps it deep into the Saline zone. 3:13 left to go. Armstrong trying to pin it up against the near boards. Underneath the near circle, here comes Kelly. Kelly fires it into the neutral zone. Knocked down, coming over, tipped away. Rumor trying to get to it. The puck outside the far circle, now lifted back into the neutral zone. Under 3 minutes left to go. Kelly fires it in. That's stopped by Houston as he'll cover it up. A little shove from behind after the whistle by Rumor. That will put Rumor into the box. Pioneer, barring anything else happening, will have the extra attacker for 2 minutes of the remaining 2 minutes, 50 seconds. Face-off in the far face-off circle. That to Schroeder's left. Nolan Miller in to take the face-off as Mateo Idapalo wins it, sending it down. Banked off of the near boards, back into the neutral zone, trying to pull it away. Here comes Pioneer. Nolan Miller in, near circle, trying to fire it into the slot and sticked into the far corner. Mateo Idapalo with it. Mateo Idapalo sends it ahead. Blake Woodrow gains the zone. Blake Woodrow outside the near circle, feeds it right through the slot. Nolan Miller chasing it, trying to get it away from Church. The puck in the far corner, whistles blow. Houston lost his glove. 2:24 left to go here in the third. 1:34 left to go in the power play. Saline coach wants to get an explanation of the whistle. Mateo Idapalo in to take the face-off. Commuting in the far corner. Now that grab, Friedman firing it all the way along. Outside the near circle. Pioneer trying to pull it ahead. 2:15 left to go. Blake Woodrow trying to grab it as Commuting firing it ahead to Sutton. Sutton gets it out of the zone. Sutton brings it ahead. Now that fired back deep. Garcia gets it back to Sutton. Sutton in along the end boards. Sutton into the far corner. That goes right back into the Pioneer zone. No one at the far slot. And fired back into the Saline end. Under 2 minutes left to go. 1 minute, 50 seconds. Mateo Idapalo over to Blake Woodrow. Blake Woodrow on the near circle. There's a shot. Blocker save. Comes out to the slot. Thornell trying to get to it. That's sent outside the near circle. 1 minute, 40 seconds left to go. Commute. That's sent ahead to Sutton. Sutton over his own blue line. Sutton coming through center ice. Down the near board. Sutton gains the zone. Sutton trying to fire it back deep into the near corner. The puck. There's a shot by Commute. Grab Garcia with a shot. That deflects off the glass. The puck coming back, coming ahead with it. Jacobs gets it over to Giacalone. Giacalone gains the zone. Giacalone moves high slot, top of the far circle. 1 minute, 12 seconds left to go. 20 seconds left in the Pioneer power play. The puck outside the near circle. Commutin sends it back for Kresge. Kresge chips it along the near boards. Kelly has it at the near point. Kelly fires it. That goes wide. Under a minute left to go. As Yang gets it back out to center. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and Saline is back to full strength. 50 seconds left to go in the game. We'll keep an eye on Schroeder and see if they pull Schroeder. Schroeder is looking to the bench, bringing it ahead. Pioneer trying not to let it leave the Saline zone. 37 seconds left to go. Pioneer battling. That tip back. Held it at the far point. Shot into the near corner. 30 seconds left to go. And fired ahead and grabbed as coming in. Rumor outside the near circle. Rumor into the near corner. 21 seconds left to go. The puck grabbed. Fired all the way down the ice. That goes just wide as the net is empty to our left. 13 seconds left to go. Here comes Saline. Knocked down at center ice. 9 seconds left to go. Coming ahead. Armstrong trying to get it deep. He takes a hit to the back of the head. Armstrong fires it. Oh, a heck of a save back there. And Pioneer has won. Pioneer has beaten Saline. Pioneer has their 4th win of the season. 4th win in a row. And a huge, huge win versus arch rival Saline. Pioneer with the win. The prognosticators said Saline would be the victor, but Pioneer pulls it off. These two teams will see each other a bit later in the season. As trying to pull up that schedule and see. As they will see each other back on the 22nd of December, I believe. So keep an eye on that. For my camera person, James Wiseman, my name is Mark Wiseman. Thank you very much. Again, the Pioneer women's hockey team in the building. We appreciate them. As the Andrianopoulos sisters here to cheer on their brother, and we appreciate that. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you and your family have an amazing holiday full of love and celebration. Thank you for watching. Thank you for cheering for these wonderful, amazing players. My name is Mark Wiseman. My cameraman is James Wiseman. Thank you, and have a fantastic holiday, everybody.